Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new episode from Backyard Boys. Now that the Mercedes is kind of out of the way, although we still have some episodes on that car, we are gonna start focusing on the Golf R. We do have more builds that are here, and we have more builds that are, example one is covered up right over there. Go ahead and sneak peek it. It's kind of covered up, so you really can't tell what it is. So since those cars are here already, we got to start busting through and getting the Golf R done. Next week we actually drop this thing off for paint, but before that we do have a ton of work. As for alignment, all that stuff is done now. We went ahead and dropped it off at Firestone. They came back to us. Alignment's nice and straight, everything's good, all the gaps are lined up. I mean, the reason why I needed to do alignment prior to doing the quarter panel is because what if the quarter panel has, or the wheel has more camber on this side compared to the other side, and then when I fix this quarter panel, it's going to be different kind of offset. So now that the alignment is set, both wheels are exactly where they need to be. I can go ahead and measure the wheel gap, the space right here from this quarter panel and wheel to that quarter panel and wheel. So let's go ahead and put this thing onto the frame machine and then start knocking this thing out, getting this quarter panel into spec. We do have more damage all along the car, which basically the whole entire car is getting painted. The roof is going black. It's gonna be looking stunning. This car, by the way, is for sale. So for those of you guys that are interested, go ahead and slide down into the comment section. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button, like this video, and let's get on with it. Rabbit, should I show him a little cool trick?
It's fully warm.
Yeah, it is. I've drove it before.
Damn. Imagine flames.
It will. I'm pretty sure it will once we pull the exhaust off and everything. But let's go ahead and get on the frame machine. It's kind of low, so we might have to pop the front bumper off. Let's just see. Well, boys, we got the rear bumper off, but before we start working on the car, there's one thing that kind of irritates me when I drive the car is the interior conditions. The shift knob is kind of beat up and dirty, and the shift boot as well is kind of nasty. Black Forest Industries here went ahead and sent me out a shift knob, which is Alcantara with blue stitching, just as I requested. It looks absolutely gorgeous. And then this is the actual knob itself, and this thing is super nice. It's a weighted knob, and we got hardware down at the bottom of this over here. We're gonna go ahead and install it right quickly. There's a little thing that goes up top, and there's a hardware piece to install it. So let me show you guys this knob. But look at this thing, dude. Look at this thing. It's actually really nice looking. Can't wait to put it on and feel what the car feels like with this knob. We do have to restitch this suede, what's it called, boot, but look at that knob. Super sick. It's gonna look really good inside the Golf R. Let me show you guys the original knob I have inside here right now. Look at this thing. So the knob is kind of ugly, right? And then look at the boot. Like, come on. Boot is ripped up everywhere. In the back, it's ripped up even more. It's disgusting. Let's go ahead and get that thing replaced. And I don't know how to do it. I think I have to restitch that little thing. I'm not too sure. Let's get right into it. So it seems very simple. I thought there was gonna be some glue or something, but it's just some staples, and that's literally it. So we're gonna go ahead and take this off because we need the bracket or this actual case, or what is this thing called exactly? Yeah, we need it. And we're gonna go ahead and peel that off right there because this boot is ugly. All right, well, that was actually very straightforward and easy to install. What a mod, dude. That literally changes the whole interior of the car. So much better looking up here compared to the old shift boot and shift knob. Humongous shout out to Black Forest Industries. I will leave all their links down below in the bio section description of this video, so go ahead and check them out. And now let's go ahead and return back to the bodywork of this video. So we got the wheel off, the rocker panel off, and then this fender liner up inside here is off as well. Put a jack stand right here, make sure it's nice and safe. Shout out to Wally for keeping us warm, and let's get on with work. So I want to show you guys this area over here. As you guys can see, this quarter panel kind of rolled in due to the wheel kind of bouncing up against over here. So what I'm going to do is casually work with this piece over here, unroll this to factory spec. Although it does get covered by a rocker panel, I still want it to look all OEM and perfect. Couldn't really see that until I pulled the rocker panel off. And then inside here we have a little bit of this inner quarter panel popped out from the shell, from the skin. So what I'm gonna do is actually pull this out and then tuck it back where it's supposed to be, re-seam seal, and make sure this is all OEM. Let's get right into it. So I went ahead and fixed everything over here. As you guys saw, it's nice and tucked in. I'm gonna go ahead and re-seam seal everything, but what I gotta do right now is actually put the wheel back onto the car and then lower the car on its stock, well, basically with no jacks or anything, lower the car so it'll be sitting on its own weight, and then measure the fitment from the quarter panel to the wheel. That way it would be literally the identical as the other side. So it's kind of a little tedious process here, but we gotta get it done. That way it's all perfect. And once we get this edge nice and perfect, we can start working with all these dents, getting them all pulled out and sanded down starting shaping this quarter panel into its original shape. So I went ahead and got the quarter in its place, went ahead and measured everything. Everything's looking nice and neat. Once we get this body line shaped out to where it needs to be, we're gonna have to do everything once again. We'll just kind of proof everything, because when this body line gets kind of, you know, moved around a little bit, this can fold in, fold out. I gotta take a look at it and finalize everything. But for now, what we're gonna do, I got my spot welder out right here, my little spot dent puller. I got a little, I don't know, a little sand disc, you wanna call it, whatever. We're gonna go ahead and start sanding like the deep spots on the body line just to get the first shape of it down, and then I'm gonna go ahead and knock everything down probably here to the metal and start working, making sure everything feels nice and OEM. One thing that's really easy about this car is this, what's it called? This body line here is flat. So when we block it, all you do is put the block up here and just run it flat, put a piece of tape up here, which I'll show you guys the whole entire procedure. Really nice and easy. Let's get right into it. All right, we are working here with the quarter panel, and I drew that line as you guys saw, and basically the body work on the quarter panel is nice and flat. It's looking pretty good. We do need a tiny bit of nick mix. There's a little bit of dents over here and a little bit here, but I'm gonna get all that stuff finished up before I do any body work here. I mean, put any body filler here. This right here, as you guys can see, the gap gets a little bit wider over here. This body line, it got a little rounder, so I'm kind of working with it, making sure I get it as sharp as the OEM one. But before we continue working on this, we do have a fat dent right over here that I want to get removed, so we're gonna go ahead and hop over to here, because this here is basically ready for body filler. Just about. We're gonna do a little bit more knick-knacking with it and make sure it's all perfect, and then start body filling. Let's go ahead and work on that. On this one here, we're gonna probably do the same idea as knocking this one here down to metal, and then we're gonna use a spot puller, pull all this out. And as you guys can see, there's a little bit of funny warpage here and just right about over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull that out. When I put some tension on, I'm gonna knock these high spots down in there, make sure this is nice and flat. I will try to get it from the inside, but I honestly do not know if I would have access because it's kind of double folded right there, and I don't really have access into there. So let's go ahead and work on it from the outside. Well, we are basically done with the rough draft of the bodywork on the car. We do have two more little spots that I want to show you guys, but this over here it's enough for me to be satisfied where I put body filler on here and I know it'll be super thin, and it's enough to where I know I can get it 100% flat. Okay, so that's the damage on the front door. This rear door has this piece that I just showed you guys. I got it all knocked out, hit the high spots in, pull this little thing out. It's nice and even, and it's literally enough for me to feel safe putting body filler on, knowing it's not gonna crack or anything. This quarter panel, we still have a little bit of work to do on it, but the rear bumper literally has no damage. It's just like scuffing. I'm gonna get it all wiped off with some gas or reducer right now, and I'll show you guys. The other quarter panel on that side has a dent on it. Since we are painting the whole entire car, I want this whole entire car to look brand new. We got a dent on the quarter panel right here. I went ahead and put a Sharpie mark on it, that way I don't forget. And then we got one little dent up over here. I Sharpied it as well. You guys can see it. That's about it. The roof is going black on this car. We do have a little rock chip, it seems like, on this door. That's like a 1 second repair over there. Although I did want to show you guys this trunk area here. Since the car got hit, I don't exactly know how it got hit. It was really weird because there's impact in the back on the quarter panel and the front end, but there's just this little lip right here. It's rolled in, and I don't want to body fill it or anything. You can barely tell. Is it visible on camera?
Not really.
Not really. Maybe you can see from underside right here. Not too sure, but I'm gonna go ahead and knock it out with a soft hammer over here. None of the inner structure was damaged whatsoever, so I'm gonna go ahead and knock it out as much as I can, get it flat, and I guess in the next episode we can start body filling this thing, getting it prepped up for paint, because the whole entire car is getting painted. Whole front end, roof, bumpers, everything you can think of. It's gonna be absolutely brand new. Let's go ahead and get this fixed up. Alrighty boys, well, that is going to be it for this episode of Backyard Boys on the Golf R. We do have a couple more episodes prior to dropping this thing off for paint. We are dropping it off next week, so we do have to do a lot of hustling and get this thing into its perfect shape prior it being dropped off to paint. The rear trunk got fixed up. I think it might just sand right out. I'm not too sure, but I'll take a look at it and make sure everything's nice and neat once it's done. By the way, like I did state in the beginning of the video, this car is for sale once I am done for it. I honestly don't know a price tag just yet. As a matter of fact, it'd be nice if you guys just comment down below roughly, just saying roughly what the price is, what the car is worth. I honestly don't know. It has 66,000 miles, full APR stage 2, and it's pretty darn quick. I got a new shift knob. The interior is going to be all nice and neat. It does have a little bit of tears and stuff on the interior. I'll show you guys here. So it's got this little tear on the seat, which I think I'm going to get it restitched. possibly. I'm not too sure just yet. The other thing was the shift knob was super ugly, but I got that replaced, and this center console, probably gonna get it replaced as well. As from the elbow, you can see some stress marks. Besides that, the headliner, we're gonna get it all re-glued and made sure it's all brand new looking. Besides that, I mean, that's really it. Car is nice and neat. If you guys are new to this channel, go ahead and lightly tap that subscribe button down below. Don't forget to show your support by smashing that like button. Comment your thoughts and ideas down below. And also follow my Instagram at BYBTim for a lot of sneak peeks, cool content, and I like to chat back with you guys there more than just the YouTube comments. With all that being said, peace out, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.